Hi there, and welcome to Opening Your Akashic Records. Thank you so much for choosing to download this meditation and attunement to access your Akashic Records. My name is Joanna Turner, and I'm a business and success mentor for female entrepreneurs and heavily into all the woo-woo. Now, I created this meditation. It's part of the training that I do, the Open Your Akashic Records 30-day training. And I just want to tell you a little bit about the Akashic Records. And this training that is an excerpt from the actual training that I did, we'd already been talking and really getting into the energetics of it all and understanding it for about 2.5 hours before we even dared to access the Akashic Records. So I do want you to be very careful with this and to promise me that you will use the information for good and only ever access your own records and anybody else's with full permission. They're a very high vibrational space, so if you're not used to this kind of energy, you might feel fluttering and lightheaded, tingling in your body. These are all very normal sensations, so I really do suggest building up very slowly, maybe spending 5-10 minutes in the records a day, and for the first 30 days, and just building up as your body gets used to it. Now, it's different for everybody. You might open them and experience absolutely nothing, and that's okay too. But because they are a high frequency portal and the information is so high frequency, you really do have to be at the same frequency and align your frequency with the records to be able to access the information. And the more and more work you do and the more you increase your frequency, the more you'll be able to utilize the records. That said, it's absolutely possible for anybody to open the records. They're not exclusive to the psychics and the crazy ones and the mystics anymore. They really are a beautiful tool that is available for anybody. Saying that, I do highly encourage proper training, using strong ethics and integrity while using them. It's one of those things, sometimes a little bit of information in the wrong hands can be very dangerous. So please be in full integrity while you're doing this. And I do at the same time strongly recommend that you do my 30-day program. It's super reasonable, and we go really deep into the energetics of all of this and how to do it to get the most out of the records, because you'll go through this meditation and you might open them for a few minutes and be like, well, is that it? So it's something you deep dive into. The first 30 days when I did mine, I did 60 readings and really honed my ability in the records. So it's definitely it's a muscle you need to work on and flex to really get the full benefit. So I do recommend you take my course. If not, that's totally fine. Just use them in the best way possible. The other part of all of this, the records are a space where all deeds, words, and actions through all time, space, history, dimensions from the beginning of your soul are kept. They are an infinite source of information. So they're a beautiful resource. I hope you enjoy this, and if you have any questions, please let us know. If not, just jump into the training and you'll get everything you need to get started, get all your questions answered, and enjoy working with this beautiful energy. And really, what a lot of people find is that they get their truth. They come back to their soul, and they really get an opportunity to align with their soul purpose. The records can show us what that is. There's also available all past life information, current life situations, and also future possibilities. So if you do feel that you see something in the future, it is a probability, not a definite, because we all do still have choice and full agency over our lives. So make your decisions wisely. enjoy the meditation, enjoy the records, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Take care. Bye. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Feet on the floor. Take another big deep breath. And another big deep breath. So just really calming yourself down, centering yourself. Take another few big deep breaths. That's it. That's it. So I want you to imagine, first of all, and we don't need to go through this whole, but this first time, this is how we're going to do it. So I want you to just imagine with intention, opening your root chakra. So you might be like, Joe, I've never done that before. I don't know. Just be like, just say, I want to do that. So just set the intention and just trust that it's going to happen for you. Okay. So we don't need to get into, don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Just trust that it's happening for you. Okay. So just set that intention that you want to open your root chakra. That's right. Take a big deep breath. You can imagine your root chakra, if you're not sure, it's right down at the base of your spine. It's right, it's the lowest one. It's the red one, right down at the base of your spine. So you can imagine an energy swirling. Some people imagine a red light. Whatever you need to do to imagine your root chakra opening. That's right. And take another big deep breath. Just opening that space, breathing right down into your root chakra. And then I want you to imagine a big ball of white light in your root chakra. And I want you to imagine it just running all the way down your legs, through the soles of your feet. And it goes all the way down through the earth, so it cracks through the surface of the earth. It drops all the way down through all the layers of the earth, all the way down to the beautiful crystalline core of the earth. And I want you to imagine that energy that you've set down wrapping around and merging with this beautiful crystalline core in the center of the earth. And then pulling that beautiful grounded energy all the way back up from the center of the earth, all the way back up through the soles of your feet, all the way back up through your legs, and all the way back up, so as that white ball rests back in your root chakra. And what we're doing here is we're just really grounding your energy in, because we're obviously, the Akashic Records, a very high other frequencies. We want to ground you first, and you want to ground yourself after as well, okay? So we're just grounding you in first. And then I want you to imagine that beautiful white light traveling slowly up your chakras. So we're going to go first into your sacral chakra, which is just below your belly button. If you had a womb, you might not. It would be roughly in your womb space. So just imagine the sacral chakra. And the color for that is orange. But you can imagine just this beautiful white light traveling up and cleansing and opening your chakras as it goes. Take another big deep breath into that space, into your sacral chakra. Big deep breath. Again, with intention, opening it and aligning it. Take another big deep breath. Then moving up to your solar plexus. It's a couple of inches above your belly button, or kind of below your rib cage. The color for that would be yellow. But again, you can pull through their yellow light or this beautiful white light that we're channeling all the way up through your chakras. Just opening it, cleansing on the way up. Just feeling that beautiful energy, big deep breath into that space. That's right. And then bring the energy up again, and this time into your heart chakra in the center of your chest. Right in between your boobs, not your actual physical heart, but your heart chakra in the center of your chest. And color for that is green. Again, pulling this beautiful white light up into that space. And I want you to really, with intention, open your heart chakra, because this is where you're going to be channeling the energy through, and we want to be in our heart space. when we're doing this work, it's really, really important to open your heart chakra. It's the way we're going to stay out of the ego, out of our heads when we bring this beautiful energy in. That's right. So open your heart chakra, take a big deep breath. That's right. Again, just with that intention. And then moving up into your throat chakra. The color would be blue. Again, pulling the beautiful cleansing white light into the space. Just again, taking a moment to acknowledge and honor the truth that you're going to speak with these records. Opening your throat chakra, allowing anything that needs to be said to come through, to be clear, to be a clear channel. And then moving up to your third eye, right in the center of your eyebrows. Maybe imagining more purpley violet light. Again, just intending to open. This is where the seat of your intuitions. You're going to be trusting more your third eye and your intuitions. Again, intending to open it, pulling that beautiful white light up. And then focusing on the top of your head, your crown chakra. Again, it might be a beautiful sort of light, ultraviolet white light. Imagining that you're bringing this white light through and opening it again. This is where you're going to allow this information to come through. And then allowing that beautiful white light to create a giant ball above your head. Just breathe into that space. And then I want you to imagine it going up, 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 and connecting the beautiful white light, connecting with source, connecting with all of the beautiful, higher, pure energy that we're going to be connecting in with. That's right. And then I want you to drop back down into your body. So leaving the connection open, but dropping back into your body. So you're connected above, you're connected below, and you're coming back into your body, back into your heart space. And I want you to mentally open a browser. So for my less techie people, it would be where you type a web address in. So a web browser, you might open Safari or Chrome, or I don't know what happens on non-Apple products. Open a web browser. Take a big deep breath. Just mentally see if you can imagine that image. And then I want you to mentally type into this web browser www.openmyakashicrecords.com. And I want you to mentally hit enter. And a screen is going to pop up. And there's going to be a space for you to again mentally type in your full legal name first. So what your full legal name is currently, what would be on your driver's license or your passport. And then there's a space underneath and it's got the name that you use, there may be a nickname or shortened version, you type that in. Maybe you use your full first name, whatever you use, that's perfect. Type that in. Then you can imagine popping your email in. And then there's a couple of check boxes. You know, GDPR is making us bring in all these new check boxes. So imagine a checkbox underneath. It's like an opt-in page. Imagine that. And the checkbox says, I fully agree and to use these records for truth with full integrity. So check that box. That's right. And then there's another checkbox that says, I'm calling in the highest beings of full, pure light and order, and masters, teachers, and loved ones, asking for truth and guidance to be directed towards your ultimate truth. So imagine just checking that checkbox as well. That's right. And then there's a button underneath that says Open My Akashic Records. So I want you to imagine hitting that button. It's like you're submitting your form in an opt-in. So hit that button, Open My Akashic Records. And on the next screen, you're being taken to your Akashic Records. So that's you, you're in your Akashic Records. So just take another big deep breath. Just notice what's happening. You can open your eyes. Just notice what's happening with your body. Notice what's arising. Do you feel differently? Can you feel any sensations, any tingling? Can you feel the higher vibrational energy? If you can't feel it, you can ask them to oomph it up a little bit so as you can feel it even more. So just allow that higher vibrational frequency to come through. That's right. And just notice, just notice this energy. Again, we're not going to get too carried away in here. You're just allowing and noticing, trusting. Feeling, perhaps you might feel something. If you can't, just set aside any judgment. Just allow yourself to feel and notice. Is there something happening in your body? Is there an emotion? Maybe it feels really familiar. Maybe you feel like you're home already. Just trust whatever comes through. And I want you, so you can do this with your eyes, but I want you to take some notes. Just note down what's coming up, what you're feeling. Maybe there's some resistance. If you're feeling some resistance, you can, or you don't feel anything at all, just literally again with intention, you can say it silently, or if you're doing this another time, you can just be like, literally like, please clear all resistance and all interference. So you can ask for any resistance or interference to be cleared. Just notice. Breathing into your heart center. What are you experiencing in your physical body? Then ask, what am I experiencing in my mental body? I want you to just sit and notice if anything is coming up in your mental body. Again, writing down anything that comes up. And then lastly, what am I experiencing in my mental or my emotional body? Just notice if there's any emotions coming up. Because it's a high vibrational frequency, it might be that you feel a surge of sadness or a surge of an emotion coming through. So just notice what that is. Okay, just take a few moments, note it down. That's right. And then to close your records, you can either just literally say, close my records, and with intention, just close them. But what I want you to do to just finish our process is just being in that screen, going back into that screen where you logged in. Imagine there's a big sign out button, right? So if you've opened up a site of some sort, you need to sign out. So imagine hitting the sign out button. Just mentally sign out, thank the record keepers for letting you come into the Akashic Records. Just mentally sign out, close them, take a big deep breath, just make sure you're back in your body, feel your feet again, take a big deep breath, take another sip of water.